Okay, for the people who are not in here, I am going to record this and also post it to the calendar. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, it's been 10 minutes letting people get in here. We'll go ahead and start. I'll open it up for question and answers later. So for now, I want to mute everyone's mic so that we can't hear you while I'm talking. Okay, so I'm right now gonna share my screen. Something else. Okay, so first we're going to go over some things that you're going to want to do throughout. We're going to go over some things that you should be doing throughout this time. I'm going to give you an update on AP exam changes and other information from College Board. And just try to give you as much updates as I can about what the next few weeks will look like. Still not absolutely everybody's on the remind, so I would again also ask, you have the ability to see anybody who's in the remind, and so I ask, please, if someone's not in the remind, share with them how to access it so they can get information in the future. Okay, right now so at my class website, I updated a few things. We have the Khan Academy join codes for AB. That Khan Academy will always be very helpful. Please join that class code so that you can see what videos and exercises you could and should be working on in this time. And again, here is the remind code for our class if you're not on the remind or know of someone who's not. And then on Monday, most of you are probably aware, but I sent out an email to all parents. You may or may not have seen it. And then under Calc AB, if you just click on that, here is an updated version of that same email. So I will continue to utilize my calendar, continue to check the calendar consistently. Some stuff far in the future is not relevant because things are still subject to change. So let's right now talk about some of the AP changes. So this link right here will take you to the College Board's AP update on how things have changed. So one thing that they are doing is it will now be at-home testing or online. So even if we are back at school during AP time, it will now be an online test. They will be providing a lot of free AP review sessions over the next few weeks that were already planned before this craziness started happening. Okay, they will give out a lot more information April 3rd about what things will be, but everything in this site is for sure true of what's going to happen. It will now be a 45-minute online free response exam. So it's only going to be free response now, online through the AP classroom and 45 minutes. So it's only going to be free response questions, and we'll do tons. I'll figure out how later. How you'll be able to practice a lot of those. There are certain things that now will not be on the exam, and certain things, almost all of this year will still be on the exam. But we're still going to teach everything. And so over the next few weeks, what you'll work on, whether it's on the exam or not, we were supposed to go over it. So we're still going to go over it at least a little bit. What else? So AP review classes. So starting today, actually, through the AP YouTube channel. So you have access to it right here. I also posted a link to it on the calendar. Starting today and every weekday, they will have a Calculus AB live review session. And some of the people who I've used their resources in class, they're doing those review videos. So it will be very helpful. I encourage you to watch them either live or at some other later point. And that was already planned before this pandemic. What else should we go over? So Unit 8, I said this in the email and it's right here. Unit 8, which we started right before the break, is not going to be on the exam, but we still need to cover it. But that means that the how much we do cover it will be a lot less than I was originally going to do. And that means that when we start reviewing, we won't review Unit 8 at all. So they don't know yet exactly when the AP exam will be. It may still be May 5th. It may be at another time. That will be sent out on April 3rd. As I said, it will be online through AP Classroom. So their plan is to have 2 different day options for the AP exam. And once I know that, I'll let you know that. So during this time, though, any other questions you have about the AP exam and other AP info, I'll answer at the end. In the original email on Monday, I said that Edgenuity was not available. It is now available. And so in case you're unsure of how to access, since Edgenuity is now available, I mentioned in that email we would do Delta Math. That is not happening. The only things you should be using for learning in the next few weeks are Edgenuity through my.cfisd.net, Khan Academy, and AP Classroom. So I'll show you real quick how to access Edgenuity if you are unsure. So you would go to my.cfisd.net. That takes you to a screen like this, probably, but you would have a lot less icons. This is what it looks like for the teacher side. You should see somewhere at my.cfisd.net something that says Edgenuity. Click on that, you click there, and log in. At some point, you would have already logged in. Okay, so I already made a student account, so it's already showing up right here. I made a pre-cal one on Monday because I couldn't find calculus. But to join the Edgenuity class, you just click this plus sign, and then that's how you'll find all of the classes. And then so all the classes are down here. If a class is not here, your teacher should contact you or not about what you should do. But AP Calculus AB is now here. You just click enroll and then just go through the Unit 8 stuff. And notice I did say that I made a student account here. I do not have a teacher account for this. I cannot see what you are doing on Edgenuity. So you could not do it or do it. I won't know. Which is one reason why we're also doing Khan Academy. because it is a great resource and I can see what you're doing through Khan Academy. But nothing within the next 3 weeks is a grade for Langham Creek. Me wanting to see what you're doing through Khan Academy is out of curiosity to see who is being the most prepared for the exam. And then, as I said, you should be on Khan Academy as well. And again, that join code was here. I did put some assignments in there, but that's just to keep you on track. As I said, it's stuff you should do to prepare for the AP exam, which most of you have chosen to take. Not absolutely required. I was asked about, when I was calling people, I was asked about the packets that we started before the break on the calendar. Where is it?
Mr. Hunter, your screen is still on the paper.
It's still in the paper?
Yeah.
Well, that
we've been talking in the chat a little bit.
Interesting. Well, obviously it's also my first time to use this. Let's try this. Do you now see something other than the paper?
Yes.
Okay.
I see your website now.
This is something I was showing earlier, the Khan Academy join code and the remind. Check the, you should do Edgenuity, which I showed earlier, how to get there. Go to my.cfisd.net. You click Edgenuity login. To join the class, you'd click the plus sign and then enroll. Okay. When we start doing more reviewing, that's when we will do AP Classroom and I'll have you do the personal progress checks. The only thing you should be doing right now is either Edgenuity or Khan Academy. On Khan Academy, the assignments of videos and exercises I posted there. On Edgenuity, anything in Unit 8. The packet we started before the break, I posted the key to the notes part and the homework, but that packet is now never going to be a grade. Continue to check the my calendar and faculty webpage and remind for anything in the future. Connor just asked, saying that Edgenuity makes them start at the beginning. Yeah, that's where it's going to assume that you want to start, but on the right side of it, let me go to that then. I'll share my screen again. So here at Edgenuity, if I click on AP Calculus AB, yes, it's going to want you to start here at the beginning. It assumes that's what you would want to do. If you just click Pre-Cal Review right here, it undoes that whole section, closes it. Now you have the option of all of this. I guess I should have been more clear. Unit 8 is applications of definite integrals, what we were doing before the break. You can then click that. That says Introduction to Unit 8. You can click Introduction to Unit 8 and then start anything here. Once you do a full section in Unit 8, it will then consider that's where you've started, or at least it should, and just you would start from here at Intro to Unit 8. Some of this beginning Unit 8 stuff we did before the break, but you should remind yourself of how to do it. It will still be necessary. So Unit 8 is the distance and displacement. It's the area between curves, and then it is volume. And so you can just navigate through the curriculum over here on the right side. Okay. Oh, if someone's going to know how to get a cool background, you can change your background. There's the option at the bottom somewhere. But you have to have like a solid colored background behind you. So like if you got a white wall behind you, then you can change the background to be something in there. Already did. Okay. Don't massively start yelling out questions, but I'm going to unmute you now. Unmute everybody to see if you have any questions. I get that since I didn't have the screen in the right spot earlier, some of you may have missed or not understood what I was saying earlier. So, okay, one at a time.
Are you gonna have like a different? Wait.
So there's no multiple choice at all anymore?
Yes, so the AP exam now will be online through AP Classroom, whether we're back at school or not. They will have two different options of test dates, and it will not be multiple choice. They will still cover as much of the AP curriculum as they can, but just with free response questions.
And how do we do free response on the computer? Like,
so
do we have to learn how to type integral sign?
Well, if you do have to type an integral sign, then they will have some sort of mathematical processing system that like you'd click the integral button and then type in where you would need to. But one thing that they have done in the past, they don't advertise it, but for other schools with emergency scenarios, they've done this before, and you'd be allowed to like take a picture of you may be allowed to take a picture of your work and upload it.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like really, really hard since it's all free response?
It will be accurate to what we have learned. It will be the same amount of difficulty as the test has been in the past. I mean, it may actually even be easier because of this scenario. I don't know yet.
Do you know if there will be any more or less of a curve now?
What? A little louder?
Will there be any more or less of a curve on the grade?
I don't know. They will release a lot more information April 3rd. And so I will have a lot more information for you then, or you could just check the AP website then as well. It'll also go out to students. It might be less of a curve, or it might be more. I don't know the answer to that question.
This clock.
What the hell is that?
What is that?
Big Ben.
Any other questions?
I have one, Mr. Hunter. Do you like my teeth?
What?
I'm gonna brace this off. Do you like my teeth?
Nice.
Hunter.
Have you watched any of the new Clone Wars?
What?
The new Clone Wars.
Yes, I've been watching it.
All right, cool.
Is diarrhea a symptom of COVID-19?
Yo, true.
Or is that just like normal?
Are you gonna be using this like more, like Zoom more?
What?
Are we gonna like use Zoom more?
So
Or, like,
I want to
just
do
now?
it once a week for the near future until we know what else is going to happen for the rest of the school year.
Can we
So
do it like
we'll do
later in
this
the
again.
day?
Same time next Wednesday.
I don't want to wake up this early.
Same time, same place.
Can we
What
do it
time
like
did
an
it
hour
Same
later?
place.
Yo,
Because ideally, you should be doing some problems and watching some videos and some lessons on Edgenuity and Khan Academy over the next week. And so part of next week, I'll ask if you have any questions. But other
we
than
just-
that, it's just to check in and continue to ask if you have any other questions. We still don't really know what's going to happen for the rest of the school year. So my plan for the next 2 to 3 weeks is also kind of dependent on finding out what will happen.
I almost just
later.
fell down the stairs.
Okay, please keep this relevant to calculus.
Mute
Everyone,
yourself.
for next week, we should all come up with really.
What?
Manny.
What time did it start? I didn't see. I don't even never mind.
We finished our discussion.
It started at 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah, so next week we'll start at 11:32, and I'll send out the link on both the remind, and I'll post the link on under next Wednesday on the calendar.
Do you have Google Classroom?
Since I wasn't already using Google Classroom throughout the year, I'm not gonna make one just for this. I'll just continue to utilize the class website and the calendar, and now use the remind. Matt, what you said in the chat might be right.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
Don't
I
say
mean, if
stuff
you
like
have any
that.
questions about that as well, I don't mind
Heard
answering.
anything?
Wait, aren't you supposed to like be graduating from U of H like with your master's or whatever?
That has become more difficult to finish recently, but yes, I should still be graduating from U of H this May.
Are you gonna be graduating like this?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what y'all's graduation will look like either, or mine. Graduation is an easy thing for the district to postpone. They have obviously continued to say that both prom and graduation will still happen at the same date and time as already planned. But on the week of April 6th, administration is going to relook at whether we'll be at school for the rest of the year or not. And and what those two events will look like. So we won't know what will happen to prom or graduation or the rest of the school year till the week of April 6th. But both of those events could change in some way. Either, I mean, they wouldn't completely cancel graduation. It would just get postponed. I mean, you could have prom through Zoom like this. It'd be kind of weird though.
Absolutely not.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't want to be next to a girl anyway.
Hey.
Any other questions?
You didn't answer
I'm gonna
mine.
snatch his soul right here. Oh, I'm not showing that one.
Mr. Hunter.
Yeah.
I was sitting here from physics to tell you that we're doing meetings at 9 o'clock on Monday and Wednesday. So
Okay.
I don't know if that was interfered with your plans at all.
I mean, how long are your meetings going to be?
They shouldn't be too long. You said just as long as everybody wants to stay.
Okay. I mean, ours, until I know more about the rest of the semester, at least this week and next week, it's just going to be a Wednesday meeting at 11:30.
Let's just move it back an hour.
And we may start meeting more days a week during review time if things with school change.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, if your physics meeting is at 9 a.m., it's not going to conflict with our meeting at 11:30. Any other questions?
So do we have to do our move off with 8 hours or no?
I don't see how that's possible
Okay.
right now. I mean, I don't know how to answer that, but it's really not possible.
So are we like, do you know anything about how grades are going to work? Like, are we getting graded for this stuff or what?
So, as of now, they still haven't even told us to officially finalize third grading period grades. Because the original plan for that was that third grading period grades would be officially due the Monday that everyone's back on campus, and that hasn't happened yet. So that's not even done yet. As well as this time right now, for these 3, well, last week, obviously nothing happened. But then for these 3 weeks, nothing that we do is supposed to be taken as a grade for your Langham Creek School grade book. Nothing in these 3 weeks is going to be taken as a grade for school.
What it do, baby?
If you don't do any of the Edgenuity stuff I was talking about, I won't even know. If you don't do Khan Academy, I'll know, but it won't matter. You will just be less prepared for the AP exam.
So if we aren't taking the AP test, do we really have to do anything?
Well, if we ideally and hopefully do come back April 13th, I am going to pick up from there as if we have been learning over the past 3 weeks. So if you don't do anything over this time, you could end up being behind if and when we do come back to school. So if you're not taking the AP exam, don't feel like you have to do absolutely everything. But you should do some stuff in what has been assigned so that if we do come back to school, you won't end up being behind. Because Unit 8 is the last unit we had to do. And then we were going to start reviewing. Most of Unit 8 is now not on the AP exam, but we're still going to do minimal part of it through Khan Academy and Agility, and then begin reviewing. And even if we were in school and not taking the AP exam, you would still have to do anything as I assigned in the review unit, even if you weren't taking the AP exam. So you don't do absolutely everything, but do something so that you won't end up behind if we do come back. Any other questions?
No.
Holy moly, donut shop.
Is class dismissed?
Well, what's everyone's quarantine plan for the day? Same as yesterday?
With that in mind, I don't know who asked that, I can't tell. But with that in mind, feel free to continue doing most of the same quarantine stuff you have been doing. Watch Netflix, watch Hulu, whatever. Just do a little bit. If most of you are taking the AP exam, so do some calculus for a little bit each day. But, or work if you have work. But if we had school, you would have spent an hour watching TV. Still spend at least an hour watching TV. Feel free to still do that kind of stuff.
That's so funny, Matt.
Hey, Bella.
There we go. Snatch your soul, dude. Damn.
Hey, Ryan, make that bigger.
Right.
How do I do it? What?
Ryan, share your screen, bro.
How do I do it?
Okay, well, it's been almost 45 minutes now. If you want to get off and leave this, feel free to. If you have other questions you want to ask,
Hey, Les.
feel free to ask. If you have stuff to do, go do it.
We don't have anything to do, that's the problem.
Yes, that
Exactly.
has been a problem.
I was just painting. Oh.
Bro, whose house is loud as hell?
Oh my gosh.
Did y'all know Play-Doh is 50 cents?
Nice cat effort.
Olivia bought a. What did you buy, Olivia?
What?
What'd you buy? Didn't you buy something recently?
Okay, we don't need to talk about that right now, Bella.
Oh, Webkins, right?
Yeah, I bought a.
Yo, I just cleaned up my room yesterday. I found all my webkins. Hold up.
You should friend me. We could like play tournaments and stuff. I have 40,000 in cash.
You can make one without a Webkins.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but your cat looks mean.
Look how cute he is.
He looks mean.
I got a cat too, and a frog.
Hi.
Another dog, bro.
He
That's
looks
squad.
mean.
Matt,
Olivia,
that's lit.
Matt really is flexing on his Webkins. Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
mm, mm, mm.
All right, y'all. Let's see. I gotta go to the golf course.
See you on the
All
flip
right,
side.
golf course closed, bro.
There are no golf courses. It's a private course, so it's not closed.
Bad to the golf players because their season's over. That really sucks for y'all. I'm sorry.
No, all the public golf courses are closed till April 3rd, but ours not closed.
Hey Hugh, I wanna go play Minecraft with you, Hugh.
Well, see y'all later then.
Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna go to my next period.
I got early release after calculus, so I'm
See you
going
next
home.
week, guys.
All right, Mr. Hunter, let's talk about the Clone Wars.
I'm glad they finally brought back Ahsoka.
Dude, I was so hyped.
Me too.
You don't watch it. Get out of here.
The other
The first
day.
few episodes of the Echo storyline. After
Yeah, I
the
know.
second one, I was kind of tired of it. I was like, just give me to Ahsoka and Darth Maul.
For sure. I know they were just like around the bush, and I was just waiting for them to go all in. So, yeah, no, super hyped. They brought him back though. Yeah. You ready for Black Widow?
They're moving back the date though.
Are they going to?
What?
Because it was supposed to be like May something, right?
Yeah, it's not going to come out till June now because of all the quarantining.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did for The Bachelorette too.
Oh yeah. Thanks, I needed that information.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed to hear.
Mason watches it.
I don't watch The Bachelorette. Mm-mm.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, Mason, be careful out there. You know the UV index is 8.9 today. You're gonna get burnt. Okay, bye guys.
Okay, bye. Have a good day, guys.
See you, Bella. All right, Mr. Hunter.
See
You have
ya.
a good one?
What?
You have a good one.
You too.
All right. See you next week.